from Leeds. And the referee in charge tonight, in charge of his 9th World Tour, presenting and introducing hardcore Jason the Method Man Matthews. And across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the all-white trunks and coming from the Steel City of Sheffield. He weighed in at 11 stone, 5 3/4 pound also, and holds a 25 professional record. 19 wins, 16 wins coming by way of the big knockout, with just 1 loss. He's the former undefeated British light middleweight champion, the former undefeated WBO and IBF Intercontinental Champion, and ranked #1 by the WBO. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheffield's very own Ryan Rhodes. The referee will now give his instructions to both boxers.
Gentlemen, you've already received your instructions in the dressing room. This is for the WBO middleweight title. I expect a clean championship fight. Just obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Obey the bell. Good luck.
12 3-minute rounds for the WBO middleweight championship of the world.
2 of the biggest punchers in British boxing here, and in fights like this it's often the man with the better chin who comes out on top, and once or twice Matthews' chin has looked suspect. First round then for what is now the vacant WBO middleweight championship. Ryan Rhodes from Sheffield in the white trunks, the red of the walk-forward pressure fighter Jason Matthews from Hackney, who gets him with a good right hand. Matthews has plenty of power. How will Rhodes cope with that? Very unorthodox in style, the switch-hitting Rhodes, but he's got good power in both hands.
Yes, also with Rhodes, he has the speed. He's the quicker puncher of the two.
Matthews going for the wild-looking right hand. Rhodes, who's trained for this in the Canary Islands and done most of his work with big cruiserweights, Johnny Nelson, world champion, and Buster Keaton. So he'll be used to taking some heavier shots. How much of a handicap will it be for Matthews, having only had 5 days to prepare for this specific opponent? But that, of course, is true of Rhodes, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Not for Matthews. He hasn't had the long stretch to really think about it, you know, so he could be a lot more relaxed, and nerves kind of affected him as much.
Yes, good left hand there from Rhodes. Driven through the gap. Matthews is talking to Rhodes over there, as if to say, well, the shot made no real impact on me. Giving away height and reach, of course, Rhodes will have to stand in range at times to land his own blows. Rhodes, of course, due to fight the German Bert Schenk, who pulled out on Monday with a back injury, and you do have to feel sorry for him in all the politicking this week that he's been stripped of his title, but that, for the moment, is another matter. Rhodes just seemed to be shaken up a little, went backwards, and he's got caught here with some punches, and he's a foot down. He was shaken up by one punch, and then the combinations have got Ryan Rhodes in desperate trouble in this first round. And first blood to Jason Matthews. Can Rhodes take this? He's caught again. He's all over the place. His eyes are swimming. He might not get through this round. The bell comes, and it couldn't come quick enough for Ryan Rhodes, who was badly at sea there.
Well, he was in desperate trouble from them punches. Well, that really was a shock, but it was the power of Matthews which told first. And Rhodes felt that power, just coming in for the attack. A short right uppercut there, that just pushes him on the back foot. He's at sea here, tries a reflex punch, but Matthews keeps the pressure on and gets through that big hooking right hand. 2, 3 clubbing punches, and Rhodes' defences are down and sinks to the canvas.
Well, Matthews could be on the verge here of a sensational win. This is incredible stuff, really. Great right crosses from him.
Yes, they were short and sharp, hooking punches, and terrible trouble there for Rhodes.
Rhodes on the floor for the first time since his debut 4 years ago. What can he do about that? He's going to have to show some real character, but Matthews pounces and has clearly been told by his corner, go out there and put him under pressure. There's blood now from Rhodes' nose, and he's caught by another right hand. And he's looking at a nightmare here, Ryan Rhodes. I don't think he's going to make it. He's going to be counted out. The towel's thrown in anyway. It is over, and Jason Matthews from nowhere has become the WBO's middleweight champion, and that certainly was not in the script. It has all gone horribly wrong for Ryan Rhodes. What a triumph that is for Jason Matthews. He's come really from obscurity to become a holder of a version of the World Championship, all in the space of 5 days.
Well, what a performance for Matthews. He's absolutely so pleased with that. Almost in tears now. I think it's just dawning on him what he's just done. But it was a terrific performance, and the power really told. Kept his hands up as he came in, and it was a matter of time till he got the big punches onto Rhodes.
Well, there were so many big plans for Ryan Rhodes.
Well, Rhodes stands. He tries to trade with Matthews here. That was maybe a big mistake. And there, a big right hand from Matthews.
Well, he does have that hands down defense based on reflexes, Ryan Rhodes, and it left him, I'm afraid, as a bit of an open target here when he stood there and tried to trade with Matthews, who already showed his power in the first round.
Well, it was a mistake. He did catch Matthews with a punch there. He obviously felt the danger and felt he had to fight back. There's the decent punch from Rhodes. Matthews comes storming back, takes that in one big right hand.
Well, it's a sensational result, and I know Jason Matthews takes some of his advice from Michael Watson, who used to train in that Crown and Manor gym where Matthews did a lot of his amateur work, and I know he'll be delighted with this result as well tonight.
He will be, and it really proves that, you know, you've got to be ready as a fighter, and opportunities come up for him. 5 days notice, and he's ready. He's in great shape to step up from a smaller fight straight into a world title fight and be ready and pull off a terrific victory.
It's a terrible setback for Ryan Rhodes, that, who comes a cropper again in a world championship fight, starting as a huge favourite though this time, and it's gone wrong for him. And a big triumph too for Bob Kipps and Johnny Kingsley, the handlers of Jason Matthews, who in the second round has won the WBO middleweight title in a sensational win over Ryan Rhodes here.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 28 seconds of round 2, Ryan Rhodes fails to beat the referee's count of 10. The winner by count out and new middleweight champion of the world, Jason Matthews. I'll now ask the supervisor, Mr. Gordon Volkman, to present the World Championship belt to Jason Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciations, please. A very sporting loser indeed, please. Ryan Rhodes.
Extraordinary upset here, it must be said, in Doncaster. But how strange it often is in boxing. The man on an emotional roller coaster has the force with him. And Matthews